Hello.
Hello. Is anyone out there? It's a mom's night out.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Hi. Welcome back to a mom's night out.
This is Mandy.
Katie.
Jenny.
And we just returned from spring break.
Whoop, whoop. And another big weekend's on the way.
I know.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, which I'm going to hop right into it.
Yeah.
I wanted to kick this episode off. We asked our listeners, you guys, to write in and tell us what your ideal Mother's Day would be. And then I think we'll share ours.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go through some of the good ones or the not so good ones that we got.
We'll read them.
Sorry, guys. Let's read some.
Okay, I can go. 2 hours to go for a long run and a full wash hair blow dry.
Wow. Girl, I think you got to do that more often.
Yeah. If that's what you're getting on Mother's Day, we gotta elevate.
I know. I think you deserve that every weekend.
day.
Yeah, that is like a you time.
Yeah.
Once a week. At least.
For sure.
So if you're listening, you need to take once a week and go for a run and blow dry your hair.
Yeah, and send your husband to us and we'll yell at him that
Yeah.
he needs to step it up.
Exactly.
Okay. The second one I hear a lot. Being alone in a hotel.
Yep. Sign me up.
I could get behind that.
Me too. We
I
did
mean-
that recently.
Yeah.
I love being alone.
Me too. I actually like work travel for that reason.
Me too.
Although, let me tell you, I do not sleep well in hotels.
No.
And I found that out over spring break.
Takes me
know.
like a night to get acclimated. Like the first night in a hotel is bad. Second night's getting better.
Yeah. Third night's usually good. And then
Guys,
I'm ready to
no.
go if I'm on work travel.
I got one good night of sleep my entire break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You
Like,
got to take that sleep tracker off.
you know, I know. And you know what? No, you know what I think it was? I didn't bring my melatonin.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that was probably it.
Okay. Next one says, and I relate to this one so much. Mine is always evolving. This year I want to golf and drink wine with friends.
Sounds lovely.
Love that one.
Yeah, I hear that. We actually did that
We
once.
did that one year.
We did that.
A couple
So-
years ago.
I don't think it was wine. It was like espresso martinis, high noons, all the things.
Oh yeah, we went hard after.
And then my father-in-law came walking in. I was
Oh my
like,
God, yeah.
busted.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Okay. Loving my hubby. Like, girl,
I have a confession.
it's you?
Your husband wrote that.
Oh my God, spicy.
Shout out to Spicy
Oh my
Bracey.
God.
That is a
Okay.
spicy response.
Well, he's not listening. So if he is, the code word is a fox. Okay.
All right, I like this one. Breakfast in bed, snuggling kids, and dads do all the work so I can relax.
I like
yeah,
that
that's
one.
like my
I
ideal
like
one
that,
too.
right?
I can get that. I can get behind that.
And the last one we have is torn between alone with the kids. Alone and with kids. I think they meant alone or with the kids.
Yeah.
I've done both, but they both have their perks, and I agree.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think it's like good to split the day, like have some time just for you. And then of course you want to see your kids for a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I was going to say, girl, you can do both. Like you
Do
can
activity.
Yeah, do a mom activity with the kids and then go and have some alone time, or like the day before have some alone time.
I do like the day before.
Yeah, I like that.
Me too.
Like a spa something. Sign me up.
Sign me up.
Okay, wait. So what's your ideal Mother's Day?
I think I change year to year. This year, I would love to just sleep in, snuggle the kids, maybe have like a brunch somewhere. And I don't want to do any laundry. I don't want to do any dishes. I don't want to pick up a single thing. I want to have everything done for me. But like, I don't know. I think I,
Good luck.
yeah, that's not going to happen. Guys, this was an ideal.
I know, okay,
situation.
ideal scenario. Okay.
You're right.
It was a dream.
You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at you.
Sorry to
It was a dream.
We're like, no.
What's your dream?
spa day, I think. Full spa day with like you guys or girlfriends.
Yeah.
Guys, are you listening?
Yeah.
not
Guys,
happening.
Send us to the spa. And then I think like come back and then maybe actual Mother's Day, like hang out with my kids, breakfast in bed, snuggle, or like go do a fun activity with them, go out to lunch with them or something.
Yeah, I could get behind like brunch and a mimosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mine
no
is
sports.
Yeah, first of all, I hate to shatter your dreams, but we have sports
We have
all day on
oh,
Mother's
shit.
Day.
Yeah, we have like a 12:30 game, the three of us.
And
all
I was
together.
going to say that the day before I do like me time, but I think we have sports all day on Saturday too.
Yeah. So
So
go fuck yourself.
Okay, so what's your dream?
Well, lately I've been letting them pick, like my kids. I'm like, what should we do for Mother's Day? Be careful with that one. One year we went to the fucking zoo.
Oh.
It was bad.
I would
But
have
fun. Like
I would have vetoed that.
It was bad but fun.
yeah, it was so fun.
Was
My
it-
husband
oh,
fed me
God.
drinks when we got home.
Perfect.
So that
Okay.
was good.
All right.
There was a
So,
salvation
but what's
there.
your ideal?
I don't know. I just like to hang out, but I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dishes is really, and maybe bath. I don't want to do
dads
baths.
aren't good at dishes. Dads, pro tip, do the dishes.
Do the dishes for your wives on Mother's Day.
Okay. This leads me to the topic of the evening. Tonight's episode is setting the tone of the family and burnout. We're going to discuss all of the above. So
Setting the tone.
this episode came to me because I was like having a conversation with somebody about how she felt like she was always like setting the tone of the family, and if her mood was bad, like the family's mood was bad, and how it was like so frustrating. And I was like, oh my gosh, I relate to that. I feel like a lot of times they call moms the emotional thermostat of the family. Don't you feel like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a
1000%.
shit mood, everyone's in a shit mood.
It's funny.
Yes.
I've actually never stopped to think about that,
Yeah.
but it's so true.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a bad mood, everybody's in a bad mood.
Yes.
Yes.
And so a wise woman that we know recently said something to us that like really changed everything for me. And this like is what got me thinking about this episode. She said, as mothers, we get to set the tone of the family. And I know that sounds so simple, but like that mindset flip changed everything for me, because I think for a long time I was getting really angry that I had to set the tone and that it all was like on my
But
shoulder.
you get to set the tone.
But you get to set the tone, and that like simple mind shift, it sounds so cheesy, but that changed everything for
Yeah.
me. Right?
No. It
And
is
Oh,
so like
smart.
pause and think on that. Like we get to set the tone. So like instead of you can be mad, but like you got to get over it, and like let's like set a good tone for our family.
Go outside for a quick 5-minute reset. Walk around. Go jump on the trampoline. Do
Guilty of
something.
that this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like I wanted to go through some like real tools, because we always like to have takeaways for like resetting the tone if shit is hitting the fan.
I liked this.
And like I thought these were pretty good. Some of them are going to sound obvious, but like let's go through. The first one was like just checking in with everyone individually and collectively as a group, which sounds so obvious.
But I think sometimes the obvious and easy things you don't do or you forget to do because
Yeah.
they're so obvious and so simple.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't you appreciate so much, like, if your husband was like, hey, whoa, are you good? Like,
Be
you
like,
might
"No."
get mad, but like, hey, like, pulse check, like, we good? Like, do you need a minute? Like, I would appreciate that so much. And I feel like I kind of have started doing that to my husband.
Yeah. I was going to say, Mike and I have started doing that in the last few years, where I'm like, go take a beat,
Yeah.
like walk away.
Yeah.
And he'll do that now to me, and I do appreciate it. But I do like checking in. For me, I find that it's more with my kids. Like
Yeah.
if I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Yeah. Or like having some alone time and like
Yes.
checking in with them.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's so important to do.
Yeah.
But back to the spouse, I think it's the next one on the list is somewhat related, is like asking the questions of how can I support you, or what do you need?
I love that.
Because honestly, I'm a person like I'm not going to ask, but if somebody asks me like what do you need, I could be like, well,
I need you to do the fucking dishes.
do the laundry.
Yeah. Or like, I need a few hours.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I need to go do
I'm
this.
drowning in work.
I actually don't think that currently my spouse does that, and that's okay. But like, that's such a pro tip, and I don't think I do that for my spouse.
and I
either.
definitely don't do that for my spouse.
Like,
no
what
way.
do you need? I'm usually like barking orders.
Yeah,
so
Always.
I'm gonna try that.
These are going to be some things we have to try for
For
this week.
Father's Day, I'll try that one.
We got a month or so.
Okay, next one is going outside.
Also
which-
love.
Yeah, I have to be real honest. Coming back from vacation, we've gone outside every morning before school.
Also, it's been
Yes.
so nice. The
I mean,
weather-
yeah, it's
the
been
weather's
so
been
nice. If it was raining, we couldn't do it, but everyone needs it.
Don't you think it helps though?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do
Fresh
in the
air.
nice weather do that before. I say we. John does. He like takes him outside and they like throw the lacrosse
Yeah.
ball or throw the baseball. And like, you know, getting out the door, everyone's like a shit show and like screaming.
But at least then they have their shoes on to get to school.
Yes.
Agree.
I was just looking at our mics. I'm like, whose mic is not talking a lot?
Hello.
Okay, no, we're good.
It's me. Am I too far away?
I don't know. No, you're good.
Okay.
I think you're
Guys,
good now.
we also play tech
yeah,
girl.
I'm an IT guy. Okay. This one was early bedtime.
I love an early bedtime.
Me too.
This is for us as the parent.
I think
it's for
the
all.
kids. I think it's for everybody.
Everyone.
Do you ever do that?
Yeah, but they push back.
Oh,
Not my
No.
littles. My littles are just they're
Yeah.
fooled easily.
Oh,
on
no.
my 8-year-old.
No,
Oh.
I'll be like, yep, nope, shower, bedtime.
like we got a big day tomorrow, like a well rested body, so you can act good tomorrow.
I
Like,
agree.
Get ready to hit the day.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I love an early bedtime myself. Like those nights
yeah.
where you put your kids to bed and then you go to bed right after.
Yeah.
Is there anything better?
No. Go, if you're having a bad day, just go to bed.
And like,
That's what I want for Mother's Day.
and like the cherry on top is if you have like fresh washed sheets.
Oh, yeah. Even
nothing
better.
better.
And maybe how about that the shower tubby before?
Okay. Do you find that actually I recently made a list with my 8-year-old about like ways to calm down or like reset. That was like a task that we did. And something that she loves to do is take a shower. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that is huge. Right?
I find that relaxing as an adult.
No,
Me too.
agree.
Me too.
And then
It's great she recognized that.
oh yeah, she like put it on her list, and it was funny because then like a couple weeks later I was chatting with a girlfriend and she was saying one of her daughters was having a hard time and she like put her daughter in the tub and like did all the things, and it was like a game changer. Like
Yes.
then her daughter opened up to her and was sharing like what was actually wrong. And
Yeah.
so like put your kids in the tub if they're having a meltdown.
Yeah. I've done that before. Next up is car rides or change of scenery. Go do something.
I like that
I
one.
love that one.
Yeah.
Especially little kids.
I know, but I even do that sometimes. Actually, as a parent, it's hard to do this because there's always a little person with you. But when I was like in college and then in grad school, I would go for drives sometimes and just like play music,
Yeah.
open the windows.
Yeah.
It felt so good.
Wait, this is funny.
What?
My mom's not listening to this podcast anyway, but my mom growing up, I have these vivid memories of my mom doing this. She'd be like, I'm going for a drive. And she would just like leave.
Storm out and go for a
I
drive.
swear to God. And like come back like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
But that was like
That was her
something that
outlet.
She did. Just shout out to my mom.
So
I mean, I get that.
we've been having conversations about returning from like back to normal routine after we were off with the kids. And this week on Monday morning, I got in the car after trying the outdoor thing. It didn't work. It worked, but not as well as I needed it to. And I was definitely overstimulated as a parent. I put on Cher and I just started screaming and singing it as loud as I could.
Were the kids
I think
with
they
you?
were terrified in the back
They were like,
seat.
my
They were.
mom's
Marin
having a
and
mental
Brooks-
breakdown.
Marin was like staring at me like this. I was like, this song's great, Marin. She's
They're like rolling down the window.
Wait,
They're like
that-
signaling the neighbors.
Wait, that's funny. I do that too, and I'm like freaking out. Like blast the music and
Blast
like
it.
tune everyone out. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
and
Oh
the kids are
gosh.
like,
Yeah, and then
They know.
Yeah,
Give
they do
mom
that.
a minute.
Yeah, they like do that. They snap back. They're like, we're listening.
Exactly that
Yeah,
face.
it's like okay. But also, when like, when you the kids are still like this, but leaving the house for the day is sometimes so much easier than if you're just in your house all day.
oh
I
yeah,
know.
You know what I mean?
Go do something.
Like it's hard to like figure out an activity and get everybody out of the house and plan for the day, but it's so much easier when
I
you're
know.
out
I
doing
agree.
something.
I know
Wait,
my kids
yeah.
like wail on each other when we're at home. So like, just get in the
Get
car
it
and
out.
go somewhere.
Even if,
Yeah.
even if it's outside in the yard or to a park,
The
like
playground.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
music, kind of related, and then have a dance party.
I know. We
I
do.
know.
We do kitchen dance parties a lot.
I haven't done a dance
Yes.
party in a while.
We do that a lot. Well, Presley's like all into like dancing right now, so she has a dance party. But you got to
I
get
love
into it as a parent. You can't
Yeah.
just let your kids do it.
Yeah. You got to show them your moves.
Okay, so guys, these are all like micro moments of reconnection, and so I think like the point of like talking through these is like they sound like such small things, and I think like for me, I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes like when shit's bad, I'm like, we have to book a vacation or a trip, or I'm like trying to like, we have to renovate the house, like we have to like build a garden, and it's like, no, guys, like just like keep it simple, right? Like they call them micro moments of reconnection. So I don't know, like I think like if you try like too much to like do something drastic, like it just like adds more pressure.
Definitely.
No, I think there's like little things too. When we were talking through this, when you were there's like, what do you do to set the tone for your family? No, we try, and I know you guys do too, is to eat dinner together as a family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because yes, you're running everywhere from sports, and sometimes that means we're eating dinner at 4:30 in the afternoon. But it's like at least that time we're always eating together. And if somebody needs a snack at 8 p.m. when they get home from practice, so be it. But at least we've had the time in the afternoon to eat together.
Yeah.
1,000%. Do you have like a pro tip that you do?
I just shared some, I think. We try to eat dinner together every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice connection. Like,
Yeah.
my kids don't have phones, but it's we'll put our phones away, and it's like, okay, wow, we're all
that.
here.
I like that
How
one.
are we?
I know. I feel like I shared all my pro tips above, but
Yeah.
okay. So this is like all nice in theory, like setting the tone for your family.
Rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah. But like, that's like not real life. Right. And so like, this got me thinking about like, well, what do you do? And I'm sure people would say this, or maybe we're feeling this in this room today, because I sure am. What about if you're burnt out? Right. Like, okay, we're the tone setters. We've established that. But like, what if you're depressed? Like, what if you're going through a hard time? Like, what if something's off in your marriage, or you're struggling with grief, or like you're too depleted to be the tone setter? What do you do then?
I mean, I think it's okay to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're moving as a society in a direction like it's okay to admit you're burning out, and I think, like I think it's like social media too kind of helps that, but you can admit it.
I think it's hard. I mean, I'm sitting in a room right now with 3 perfectionists. Right?
Like, I admit I'm burnt out.
You do? I think
more to my husband than
I think
other
I'm
people.
starting to admit it, but I definitely have a hard time admitting when I'm burnt out. Like I tried to power through. I don't know if it's like how I was brought up, but I'm like, just keep going and like pretend like everything's fine.
Yeah, I guess it's like externally I do that, but then I feel like to Bryce, I'll be like, I am so burnt out or stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I think you're right. Like, I think projecting outward to like friends or coworkers, they probably like, this girl never stops. Meanwhile, I'll go home and be like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Or they're like, is that fucking girl okay? And like, you're not, but you haven't said that you're burnt out, right?
Yeah,
so like,
true.
Yeah. I don't know. It got me thinking. And it's like, as a leader, if you're the leader in your family, like you have to like be able to admit that, right?
Yeah. I think in your family, it's a safe space. I mean, at least I feel like in my family, it's a safe space. I definitely will tell Mike, like, I need a break. Or I'll schedule things. Like, I'll try to find me time, right? Where you're like, okay, I need an hour. Like, I see a therapist. I need to, like,
go for a run.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like from our listeners are not doing that, guys.
I know.
So, like, schedule some time.
Yeah.
I like
be a
that.
walk outside, getting a little sunshine or fresh air.
There's nothing like vitamin D.
Yeah.
You make a good point. I actually think the 3 of us are really good at being, and I'm going to put in quotations, like selfish and taking time for ourselves. That's something that we've gotten better at over the last like 2 years, probably. Don't you think?
Yeah.
And I think too, well, it kind of made it easier when it was like, oh, like I see Jenny or I see Katie taking time for themselves. Like I can do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go golfing, or we're gonna make sure every Wednesday we were meeting and we were like hanging out.
I actually agree with that, because I think like when you're a new mom, you can feel like, oh my God, like I can't leave my little baby. Like I can't go do something nice for myself, or like I can't go on this trip. Like I missed so many like bachelorette parties when I had little kids because I was like too scared to go, but like maybe I should have gone.
I feel like when you have a small baby, you are in a different world.
Yeah.
Your head is just not.
Now we're like coming out of it so we can think differently.
Yeah.
What's it like when you have teenagers?
Oh my gosh. Well, big problems.
I know. I think you cannot leave because you've
big
got
problems.
to keep your eyes on them at all times.
Big problems.
Because they'll have a party when you're gone.
Yeah, I'll be driving around following them.
So Ava will tell us if they do
Miss
that.
Ava will. And Ellie will. Oh gosh, she will not.
Okay, so we talked about like the micro restoration, the tiny moments of relief. We talked about like asking for what you need. But like, what about like lowering the bar?
Or like taking something off your, like, you're like,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Yes.
This year we are not putting in a new lawn.
Yeah.
This
Maybe.
year we are not traveling here for this family
Yes.
party. Like
Yes,
shit
being able
like
to-
that.
Yes.
You can say no.
I
You
am
are
not
allowed to say no.
Yeah, like I am not going out to this event that everyone in town is going to because like I just can't right now, right? Like
We talked about this a couple episodes ago. Like if you're not excited or if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I've gotten better at being like, I actually don't want to do that.
Yep.
And also, you don't always have to give an excuse. You can say, I'm sorry, I'm not
I
available.
can't. I agree.
You don't, and then
Yeah.
it's leave it at that. But I do like the lowering the bar because there are some days where, like, we've had a lot of rainy days here on the weekends recently.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes it's okay.
true.
Like,
To
there
do
were some days
nothing.
where I was like, I just
Yes.
actually want to sit and do nothing, and that's okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
that I feel like that's huge for you.
Yeah.
You don't
I don't do that.
No.
But I feel like I've been taking a lot more days of like nothing. And I think Bryce is sometimes like,
He's like,
are you okay? I'm like, I just need this.
Yeah. You're recharging.
oh, I love that.
Are you okay? Am I okay?
Well, also like you're allowed to like parent like below your standards sometimes too,
Yeah.
right? Like calling it parenting at 50%. Like let's
I
like give
love
ourselves
that.
some grace. Like you can give your kids screen time. Like
Yes.
you can eat cereal for dinner. You can order pizza. You can take your kids to McDonald's. Like you can the gasp. But like you can do that and like you're not a bad parent.
Yeah.
One of my favorite dinners is breakfast or dinner. And like the
Wait.
kids love it.
I don't do that enough.
No.
I don't do it enough
I
either.
don't love breakfast for dinner.
Oh.
You don't?
No.
Like
but
personally you
eggs,
don't?
omelets for the kids.
But
Oh.
I will make pasta with butter.
Oh,
Yeah, that's easy too.
wait.
I love it.
Well, that's an easy
it's
one.
really funny that you say that because I've been doing that so much lately. And then I'll like microwave some meatballs and I'm like, there's
That's taking it up a
there's
level.
protein. Dude, like
Protein.
the little tiny kids meatballs.
Oh,
You
those
can
are
microwave them so fast.
I have a
and, like,
question. Do you put it on a paper plate?
ding, 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 ding. Okay, guys,
Oh.
everyone listening and don't come at me for being like against the environment.
Listen, do the compostable ones.
Yes.
You're fine.
I lately have been loving paper plates. Okay. Because we just talked about this. I'm so fucking sick of the dishes.
I know.
Like, honestly, like, I feel like I'm the only one who does the dishes. And so the way I'm revolting against that is paper plates. My kids eat breakfast on paper plates. We eat dinner on paper plates. And I throw them away. And I don't feel bad about it at all.
You know what? If it is giving some little brief moment of sanity,
Yes.
it's worth it.
And it's not forever, but
No, take the reprieve. I think there's no shame in everything you just talked about. The screen time thing is a big one for me where we really try to set limits with screen
Same.
time during the week.
same.
Guess what? Some mornings, especially come Fridays, I flip
Like-
on the TV and I'm like, you guys can watch a show.
I agree.
I just need 20
Goodbye.
minutes
I
to like try to put makeup on.
I agree. 1,050%.
Listen,
Yeah.
we're all just trying to survive, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And then lastly, how about large restorations? So we talked about micro ones, but like, what about just like taking a break from social media? I feel like I need to do that. I've not done that. It's hard because we have this podcast.
I've been thinking about like maybe for like a determined period of time, like not going on my personal.
I love that. And just doing the podcast. I know.
Because we don't follow anybody on the podcast one, and I think that does help.
I know.
It does help.
I know.
Because it's
So
not
you
you're
wouldn't
not
see it.
getting served all that content.
Yeah.
I think I need to do that because, I think that's a really good one if you're like need to get out of a rut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I turned off notifications
Oh yeah. I
like
don't have any notifications.
a few weeks ago.
That's a good
And it actually
idea.
was really nice on my phone.
Wait,
so I
that's a-
don't see things all
Text,
day.
You don't
but it's
get text, Instagram, like
I do
all
see texts.
notifications.
I
and
turned off
phone
notifications
calls.
for like
the-
Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
all the other stupid stuff too. And I was
I
getting
know.
like random like news article notifications.
Same.
I'm like, I don't
Okay.
care.
I'm
I
doing
actually
that.
have to figure out. There's some more that have slipped through, but yeah, it's helpful.
And I turned off my work email notifications.
What?
So like I actually have to go into the Outlook app, and that has been actually life changing.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna try
I'm,
that.
like, afraid to
Okay,
do that.
turn off notifications.
Yeah.
If you need me, you know
I
where to
know
find
you'll
me.
text.
That's true.
If
That's
it's-
also
if it's an
my
emergency,
clients.
you're gonna find me.
My
I know.
clients text me, so it's like, why do I need email notifications? God
True.
damn it! God damn it. Okay, I liked this one. Taking a break from alcohol. I recently did that. And it was like such a huge like
It was over a
as
month,
I sit
guys.
here drinking
It was
my
great.
wine.
No, I'm proud
but
of
like
you for doing that.
it was like a huge like reframe and reset, and so I highly recommend doing that.
I
Like
will
if you're
say-
feeling burnt out.
And I think we've all been really good. Like we barely even drink anymore when
I
we
know.
record. It's been nice. It's been good.
I know.
A good little break. Ooh, going on a girls trip or
Yeah, I like
a
that.
weekend alone. I use my work trips as my weekends alone.
Same.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, I know. Actually, my work trips are not like that because it's like so much socializing.
I know you're socializing, but I still like sometimes
No,
it's nice
you're
like
still
a
on.
plane ride alone.
That's true.
a plane ride
You can get
alone.
like
or
4
like a train-
hours
Yeah.
on a plane by yourself.
Yeah.
You're living.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like a drive by yourself, a couple hours.
Dude, I drive by myself all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's life changing.
Find a therapist.
That's a good one.
That's
I
a good
like
one.
that one.
Yeah, I need to do that. I still need to do that. I'm still saying that.
Listen,
2 years
we are
later.
all works in progress, okay?
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
we are.
And then walking through this, like, guys, you just gotta like, if you're feeling that burnt out in your family, like you gotta get honest with yourself and make a long-term change, I think. So like you gotta ask yourself some tough questions if you're gonna do that, right? Like, and we talked about this a little bit. Like, are you carrying too much solo? Like, does your partner need to step in and
Yeah.
help?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Is your calendar overbooked? Funny how that one
Yes.
got put on me. Yes.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Have you gone too long without taking a break?
Oh, jeez.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Were
and
these
yes.
assigned appropriately?
What can you take off your plate? I guess we
That's a
said
good one.
that. Yep.
And then what actually fills up your cup and doesn't just look good or seem like something you should do?
Dude, that
Ooh,
one,
that
that
one.
hits home for me.
That's
Yeah,
a good one.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Wow.
like that hits home for all of us. We're like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, not to get too deep into this, but this was like my last section on the outline. But like, I think it's so important to be able to do this because you're modeling and demonstrating emotional honesty for your kids.
Oh, it's so important.
Right? So like checking in with them and doing all these things, like you are like showing them that like it's okay to be burnt out. I actually don't know if that was modeled for me growing up, to be honest.
I think I saw emotions, but yeah, we weren't. No, I think back when we were growing up, you weren't talking about emotions or feelings
Yes.
or like. I never heard my parents, and I don't blame them for this, but like I take accountability. Like I'll be like, "Whoa, mommy shouldn't have yelled like that."
Same.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I never heard my parents say that.
No.
I'm not against them. Nothing
Yeah.
bad, but yeah,
I agree.
It's changed. Like there's been a whole culture
Yeah.
shift. But yeah, I agree.
Different.
Yeah, there was not, when we grew up, there was really no talking about emotions or feelings or
No.
anything.
no.
I also loved this pro tip that I read that was like, call it out for your kids. Like when shit's hitting the fan and it's like, wow, dinner was feeling so cranky, but then you made us laugh and that really helped change the mood. Like, I don't think I do that, but I kind of want to start doing that.
I like
That
that.
would make a child feel so good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're
These
like,
are-
whoa.
I'm loving these tips.
I know.
Like
sorry.
mom thinks I'm funny.
Yeah, you're like, oh, like mom was like in a really bad mood
And I made
you
her feel
totally
good.
changed the
Yeah.
vibe, right? Like,
Yeah.
so like modeling that honesty, I think is so
I feel like this was a good one too. And this kind of goes, Jem, with what you were saying is like narrate your regulation in real time. So you can start to say like, I'm starting to feel frustrated. I'm going to go take a few deep breaths. And that helps me, not say something I don't mean. So being able to like talk
Dude.
like, wow, I'm getting frustrated, or being like, I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to just remove myself for just a minute. Be right back.
Yeah.
I definitely do that with my kids.
Yeah.
Like when I'm like boiling
Yeah.
over and they're like, oh,
I do too.
okay.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like,
such a good one.
Don't you think that shows them like to be able to say that? Because again,
Yeah.
like I wasn't taught that. That's like a new task for
Yeah.
me to do.
Yeah. Like, I'm just going to imagine it's like at work, like feeling frustrated. I'm going to leave this meeting.
But I have seen people do that before, by the way.
You have?
Yes.
Wait, that's hilarious. We should do a work
Yeah.
episode.
I also, yeah.
Wait, I mean, I feel like I should do that. Like I just sit there and I'm like rolling.
Yeah.
my
Meanwhile,
eyes
I'm
or,
like going off camera to be like,
Like, I'm feeling frustrated. I'm gonna take 5 minutes. I'll be right back. And your camera goes.
and you hear like a piano
Wait,
win.
actually, recently I was having a conversation with a client and I was like, you seem frustrated. Like, let's pick this up tomorrow. I actually did kind of do
okay.
that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say this was like earlier in my career, but this woman was going ballistic on me, but it wasn't at me. It was about a situation that I just happened to be the face of. And I was like, she was yelling so loud. I was like, I'm not going to say her name. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to hang up right now and you take some deep breaths and call me back.
Wait, that's good.
But I mean, she was yelling so loud. I was like shaking and I was like, also needed the moment.
yeah, like,
that's kind of huge that you were able to, like, early in your career.
Yeah. It was
I would have
first
been
10
I would
years.
have been yelling back.
You were having some emotional
I knew
leadership
her.
there.
I had been working with her for a long time. I was like, girl,
You're good at that though. You stay calm
You
in those
are-
situations.
lost your mind.
Okay, so I think we like kind of nailed this. And I wanted to leave you guys with, you guys know this, but the listeners don't. Like probably 2 years ago. Wow, I can't believe that it was that long. My best friend, like I was like having a hard time in my family life in a moment, and she looked at me and she said something that also stuck with me, and I like honestly it like really changed my life. And she like literally was like, you are not responsible for everyone's happiness.
I know.
And it was
so
like
good.
everything that I needed to hear in that moment. And I was like, holy shit. And it changed my life. Like, and I come back to that time and time again. Like, we are the tone setters as moms. We can get burnt out, but like, you're not responsible to make everyone happy. And I think if you can like embody that.
It's such, that quote has changed my life too. I
Mic
feel like
drop.
it's a good one.
It is so
Like,
good.
you
That was a good
can't-
landing of
right?
the plane there.
I know. Like, you can't, you can, like, guys, like, and not to like throw husbands under the bus, but like, you can't make your husband be happy. You
know.
can't make your best friend be happy. You also can't make your 2-year-old or 4-year-old or 6-year-old
You'll
be
burn
happy.
yourself out
No.
trying to make them
No.
happy.
Yeah.
And it's just sometimes it's not your responsibility, you know?
So, mic drop. I think
Wait, I feel like you have a couple other thoughts that I thought were good too.
there's some other ones.
Yeah, you're like, you're Rick Rubin.
You're really
Okay, that
enlightens
obviously
this.
I was like passionate about this, but okay, so some other thoughts as everyone can read one. Some powerful thoughts that we wanted to leave you with in this episode. I am allowed to reset.
My piece is powerful.
Small shifts create big change.
I love all
You
those.
guys, is this now a motivation
Yeah,
podcast?
you're welcome.
I don't know.
Don't
Now
worry,
Mel
we'll-
Robbins.
maybe.
Mel Robbins, look out, girl. I'm
This is your
coming for you.
permission on Mother's Day to go do something for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's come
Just
full circle.
run.
Yes.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Day.